Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Quote of the day, Alexandra Eala slid into Coco Gauff's DMs to pitch Rome doubles. Rome, Italy, Coco Gauff and Alexandra Eala made headlines earlier this week when the two talented singles players revealed they had teamed up for a double stint at the Internazionali BNL d'Italia. Though Eala, at 19, is just 2 years younger than 21-year-old Gauff, the duo only just met this spring. Gauff already a Grand Slam champion in singles and doubles, while Eala is in the midst of a winning transition from the junior circuit. Gauff recalled how their Rome partnership came to be after reaching the fourth round in singles on Sunday. Coco Gauff. She DM'd me on Instagram. She slid in my DMs and asked me to play. I was like, sure, why not? We really didn't know each other. Honestly, before Madrid, I said hi to her for the first time in Madrid or maybe Miami. We may have briefly said hello. I figured she would be nice, so I was just hoping she would be, Obviously, she's such a nice person. When there's people finally my age on tour, I'm glad to interact. For me, it was a good opportunity to play doubles, but also have a relaxed vibe with another player. I'm super happy to play with her, and obviously she's a killer in doubles. 2 junior slams and probably some future ones too. Key. Alex has had so much attention on her the last couple of weeks. How much does that sort of remind you of what you went through when you joined the tour? Coco Gauff. She seems to be handling it super well. There's ups and downs in the sport, but you realize that the media is there to kind of paint that story and make it more interesting. But that shouldn't be added pressure or anything like that. She seems chill. She seems like she's working hard, so I don't have any advice for her, just because she seems relaxed. The only thing I did tell her was that doubles helped me a lot in that space, having some time on court where it's a little less stressful. So I encouraged her to play when she could. Gauff was impressed by Eala's gumption, and the two have turned out to be a formidable team, winning their first round over Fanny Stoller and Alexandra Panova, 6-1, 6-3. They'll next face the all-Italian team of Tira Grant and Lisa Pagato later this week, in a moment that perfectly captures the charm of Gen Z sports culture and the power of initiative. Alexandra Eala casually admitted what may become one of the most iconic opening lines in tennis doubles history. I slid into her DMs. The quote, lighthearted yet bold, sparked a ripple of delight across the tennis world, not just because of what it meant for Eala and Coco Gauff, but because of how it came to symbolize ambition, modern connection, and the dawn of a new tennis duo. This wasn't just a message, it was a leap, a quiet pitch made with confidence, and a moment that set the stage for one of the most exciting doubles teams at the 2025 Italian Open. A digital serve, from message to match point. For Alexandra Eala, the decision to reach out to Coco Gauff wasn't just spur of the moment. It was the culmination of admiration, strategy, and sheer guts. Gauff, a Grand Slam champion and former world No.1 in doubles, may have seemed out of reach to most, but Eala wasn't most. With her own career gaining steam and a string of solid WTA performances under her belt, Eala was no longer the wide-eyed junior phenom from the Philippines. She was ready to step into a bigger spotlight. So, she did what any determined 19-year-old athlete in 2025 might do. She sent a DM. Hey Coco, want to play doubles in Rome? That one message changed everything. Coco Gauff, open to opportunity. Coco Gauff has always been more than just a tennis prodigy. She's a force of nature with a sense of authenticity that resonates far beyond the court. When she read Eala's message, it wasn't just a proposal to team up. It was a glimpse into a possible partnership that could be dynamic, youthful, and full of potential. Gauff didn't hesitate. I liked her energy, she said in an interview before their first match. I've watched her play. She's fearless. That's what I look for in a partner. Within days, they were confirmed for the Italian Open's doubles draw. What followed next was something close to magic. Rome wasn't built in a day, but this team clicked fast. On clay courts surrounded by Roman ruins and roaring crowds, Eala and Gauff stepped onto the court with all eyes watching. There were expectations, doubts, and curiosity. Could a newly formed pair take on seasoned teams in one of the WTA's premier events? Their first match answered all questions, with a statement. They didn't just win, they dominated. Fast reflexes at the net, fearless baseline rallies, synchronized movements. They looked like a team that had been playing together for seasons. Coco's explosive power met Alex's instinctual court reading like a call-and-response melody. The crowd noticed. The commentators noticed. So did their opponents. Sometimes chemistry isn't about time. It's about instinct, said a stunned doubles veteran after facing them. From a DM to a dynamic duo. That's the beauty of modern sport. Where connections happen over Instagram, partnerships are born from shared energy, and excellence isn't always planned. It's sparked. Eala's message was more than a request. It was a statement. I belong here. I can share the court with the best. Gauff's reply wasn't just a yes. It was a validation. You're ready. Together, they're proving that new paths don't always follow tradition. Sometimes, you forge ahead by trusting instinct and opening an app. The significance beyond the scoreboard. For Eala, teaming with Gauff wasn't just a personal win. It was a cultural moment. As a Filipina competing on tennis' biggest stages, her success opens doors for thousands of aspiring athletes across Southeast Asia. Representation matters. Seeing someone who looks like you, who speaks your language, who comes from where you do, it's game-changing. And for Gauff, the partnership reaffirmed her role not just as a competitor, but as a mentor, a leader, and a connector in the sport. It takes humility and openness to accept the DM and turn it into a powerhouse team. Backstage banter, laughter, and strategy. Off the court, their camaraderie has quickly become a fan favorite. Sharing playlists, trading TikTok ideas, and practicing Italian phrases between matches. Eala and Gauff have made it clear. They're having fun. But make no mistake, beneath the playful energy is a laser focus. They study opponents together. They watch match replays late into the night. They talk tactics like veterans. Their bond is built on respect, trust, and a shared desire to win. What's next for the DM duo? The tennis world is buzzing. Will Eala and Gauff make their pairing permanent for more tournaments? Will they make a run at the French Open or Wimbledon together? Neither has confirmed, but both have hinted that Rome might be the beginning of something much bigger. We're not putting pressure on anything, Gauff said, but I wouldn't mind doing this again. Eala smiled beside her, nodding. My DMs are always open. A message to dreamers. At its core, this story isn't just about tennis. It's about courage. It's about young athletes believing in themselves enough to take a risk, send a message, and ask for an opportunity. Alex Eala slid into Coco Gauff's DMs. She didn't wait for permission or rely on protocol. She created her own shot, and it landed. In doing so, she reminds every young athlete, creator, and dreamer. Sometimes, all it takes is a message, a little courage, and the belief that you're ready.